We have matcha, and I'm very excited about it. So for today's video, we are going to be doing my Dark Academiathon TBR. I am so freaking excited. I have no idea what I want to read. When I'm filming this, it is September 9th. I'm hoping to get this video up for you guys tomorrow, as well as my recommendation video should go up today. Fingers crossed, I'm really hoping. Because I cannot participate in the giveaway, for obvious reasons, it doesn't really matter like if I get a bingo or not. I still want to partake and I still want to do the prompts that are on the bingo board. So my idea for this TBR is to just kind of pick books that I want to read and then find a way to make that a bingo, or like potentially more than one bingo. So that's really all we have going. I am currently waiting for my laptop to charge so that it will turn back on and tell me the prompts. So while I wait, let's just dive in with the books that I want to read and that I'm kind of in the mood for, and then we'll go through and see what prompts can match up with that, as well as like where I can fit a bingo in. So I don't plan on reading 24 books during the next 2 weeks. That would be thoroughly impressive if I did manage to do that. I would love that, but I genuinely don't think it's plausible. So like we'll just kind of see and pick like 7 books. I think 7 is even honestly kind of a stretch, but I feel like that will make for a more interesting TBR. And maybe we'll pick 10 just so I can have 2 full bingos in there. Let's pick and choose. I've honestly been in quite the contemporary like lit fiction mood, which is so weird because that is not a genre that I normally gravitate towards. It's definitely not a genre that I hate, and I have given so many books in that genre 5 stars, like Frederick Bachman. I feel like definitely fits within that genre. Some Christina Lauren books fit within that genre. Taylor Jenkins Reid. So I definitely have the capacity to love those books. It's just not a genre that like I'm picking up all the time, whereas romance and fantasy thrillers and stuff like that more are in my wheelhouse. So this will definitely be an interesting TBR. I do want to throw some Dark Academia on there because like it's a Dark Academiathon readathon, and I know not all of my hosts are going to be reading Dark Academia because it's not their thing, but I want to try it. I want to see if I like it. So fall books, contemporary fiction, books that I need to get off of my currently reading on Goodreads, and Dark Academia. Did I already say Dark Academia? I don't know. Those are kind of the things we're picking from. Starting with my currently reading, I'm currently reading 21 Truths About Love by Matthew Dix, which is not a novel that I have heard literally anything about anywhere. I just saw it at the bookstore and I picked it up. It sounded really interesting and I bought it, and I didn't even look at reviews, which is typically what I will do when I haven't heard of a book. I'll look up the reviews on Goodreads or whatever and see at least what the average star rating is. At a minimum, I will, like, if it has a lower star rating, I will look at what people didn't like about that book, but I didn't do that at all with this one, and I am loving it. It's been such a fun experience. So this is basically about a guy who used to be a teacher, quits his job to become a bookstore owner. He's living in the shadow of his current wife's late husband because his bookstore is not doing very well, and when he asked his wife what were some of the things that you loved about your late husband, she said that he always took care of the finances. She never had to worry if they were financially stable or if they had enough money or if they were going to run out of money. She always felt really, really safe and secure. So he's like, well, I'm not doing that for my wife because we're running out of money. I keep lying to her about how much the bookstore is making. I keep having to dip into our savings account. And while all of this is happening, his wife has been wanting a baby, and he does not want a baby, especially because they're not financially stable. Mostly because they're not financially stable, and when she gets pregnant, he's really stressed and he's like, oh crap, what do I do to make this better for everybody involved? It has been so interesting, especially because the book is told in like a list format. It's So good, such a quick read. I highly recommend. I'm 140 pages in. I read 140 pages literally in one day, and I've been kind of in a reading slump, or at least not picking up books a ton. I mean, I guess that qualifies as a reading slump. Loving this, so I definitely want to squeeze this somewhere on my TBR. I just got my book of the month box in, and so I am really, really excited about reading both of these books. We have When We Were Bright and Beautiful by Gillian Medoff, and then we also have The Bodyguard by Catherine Center, which I've been hearing rave reviews about. This one is about like a social media or like pop star influencer type person, a celebrity, if you will, and he's got a stalker, and then this girl is his bodyguard, and she pretends to be like his girlfriend, so that he doesn't have to tell his family about having a bodyguard or a stalker when he goes back home because his mom is sick. So then they end up falling in love, obviously. I'm really excited about this one. This will be, I think, my second Catherine Center, but my first one was a short story, so I don't even know if that counts. This one is a contemporary fiction, but it gives me like Frederick Bachman vibes in that it centers around like a courtroom drama where I believe our main character's brother is on trial because he is thought to be someone who sexually assaulted another person, and the main character doesn't think her brother did it, so it's like how the courtroom drama unfolds with that. The chapters are really short. It sounds super interesting and like it's going to be very hard-hitting. Cover is beautiful, and it takes place in New York City, so I'm really, really excited. I'm definitely looking forward to this one, and I feel like it would be conducive to a readathon. Excuse me. I feel like all of these would be conducive to a readathon, honestly, because I think they're all like under 300 pages or just barely. Yeah, this one, including the acknowledgements and the author's note, is 325 pages. So this is super short and it has super short chapters. All of those would be awesome. So that kind of gets my like contemporary and a little bit of romance fix. But also recently picked up Love on the Brain by Ali Hazelwood, and I flew through the Love Hypothesis. Know that this one has been getting bad reviews, but Rylan loved it, and I feel like Rylan and I's tastes really align when it comes to romance, so I feel like I could really, really enjoy this one because she loved it, and I think she sobbed at the end of it. So that's exciting. I also desperately need to finish The Poppy War. I'm still only 76 pages into this, which is really making me mad because it's so good. I like loved this when I first picked it up a few years ago, and I'm moving through it so much slower now, and it feels a lot slower, but I've heard nothing but amazing things, so I know I'm gonna love it. So I don't know if this one is necessarily conducive to a readathon, but I don't want to wait a super long time before getting started with it again, so I would like to make this fit maybe for Oxford. Then for like a dark academia choice as well as a thriller, The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. I've heard amazing things about this one. I feel like I'm going to love it. I got 40 pages in and set it down for some reason, probably because I'm stupid. This one is a must, okay? The Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes. The fact that I haven't read it already, embarrassing. I love the Inheritance games, and I loved the Hawthorne Legacy even more. I'm pretty sure that's an unpopular opinion, but I gave it 5 stars. It was so good. It made me sob. I loved everything about that book. I need to read this ASAP as possible. Yeah, like this, it's going on my TBR. We're finding a place. Smart characters, potentially. If it fits for a bingo, maybe like The Gilded Wolves by Roshni Chokshi for a found family trope. These two, I put these in my recommendations video mostly because I wanted other people to read them with me. Greenwich Park by Catherine Faulkner. This is a debut mystery, and then Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. Both of these are mystery thrillers, and they have really short chapters, so again, perfect. I also need to finish The Doctor by Nikki Sloan, which is on my Kindle, so that one could be for like the forbidden trope, wherever that is, because it's like a taboo romance between a girl and her ex-boyfriend's dad. I have like 30% of that book left. I just need to freaking finish it. All right, we've moved to the floor, obviously, but now that my laptop is charged and I'm not gonna be so mobile picking books, I thought we could sit down. Looking at the bingo board right now, Oxford, private meeting, major and minor, cunning. What is cunning? I think that's smart characters. And then Gothic. I think Gothic, I should look. Book that features a past timeline. Okay. I think honestly the top bingo would be super easy for me to complete because major and minor, I just have to finish more than one book, and I pray to God that I finish more than one book over the course of this readathon because it's literally a 15-day readathon, and I tend like to average 8 books a month, so I'm fairly certain and confident that I can finish more than one book during the readathon. Oxford is to read a book set at a like school, so I could do the Poppy War for that. Or honestly, this one also takes place at a school, so that could work. Private meeting, that is just to participate in like reading sprints or read with me, which I will be hosting reading sprints. And then for cunning, the Final Gambit by Jennifer Lynn Barnes, because those are smart characters and like a bunch of riddles and stuff through the plot. And then Gothic, I literally just looked at this. Past timeline. Does this feature a past timeline? I think it might. No, it just goes through a pregnancy. But I want to find something that is a little bit more obvious. I've been wanting to read a Karen McManus book. Maybe one of those. Ha! The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. This one features a past timeline because it's in 1996. So that works. To kind of make the rest of these fit, let me see if I can't do a bingo going like this way. So the outside like column going down from Gothic. So Gothic, obviously this one, and then Hard Work. I believe that is a book over 400 pages. The Poppy War. And I can double up because I'm not doing, I mean, you can double up by 2 if you're doing it, but I'm not entering the giveaway, so that works. And then par for the course, complete a bingo, so that should hopefully just happen naturally. Something with a lot of history or lore in it. There are thieves in this one, so I'm counting that. And then a fog/hazy. I believe that is a dark cover. This one is literally hazy. It's not clear, so I'm counting that. And then for just to like fill some stuff in, private meeting, I'll read this during sprints, probably tomorrow, honestly. And then major and minor, finish more than one book, we'll do that. My official TBR to wrap this up. Why have my videos been so freaking long lately? I will be doing a dedicated wrap up for the Dark Academiathon. I'm not doing a separate September TBR, so I'll probably have 2 September wrap ups kind of coming up. So I'll have my like Dark Academiathon and then my September wrap up in case you're interested, so you'll be able to see like what I finished as well, just to give you a conducive TBR, because I feel like this was kind of all over the place. I'm doing the top and then the outer right hand column. Those are the bingos that I'm going for. So for major and minor, just to finish more than one book, I want to read The Bodyguard by Catherine Center. Obviously you don't have to pick a book for that. I'm just trying to squeeze in the books that I want to read for specific prompts. So we have that one. For Oxford, which is a book that takes place at a school, The Maidens by Alex Michaelides. And then private meeting is to just participate in reading sprints or read with me. 21 Truths About Love by Matthew Dix. It's going to count for that. And then cunning, smart characters. The Final Gambit. There are riddles and stuff in this. And I've read the first 2 books in the series. This one better be freaking smart. Gothic, book with a past timeline. The Cousins by Karen M. McManus. Hard Work, a book over 400 pages. The Poppy War by Roth Kong. Par for the Course, which is to complete a bingo. So hopefully I will complete a bingo. We'll do Greenwich Park by Catherine Faulkner. Scholar, something with a lot of history or lore in it. Portrait of a Thief by Grace D. Lee. This is about art thieves. And he is an art history major, our main character. And then Fog/Hazy, When We Were Bright and Beautiful by Jillian Medoff. This is my official TBR for the readathon. I am so excited. Don't know that I will realistically finish all of these, so definitely check back for my wrap up to see what I read. because my TBRs always change. It doesn't matter what it is, if it's a readathon or if it's, you know, just a monthly TBR, they always change. But I am so excited. I hope that you guys are excited too. We put so much hard work and love into this, especially Stasia. I mean, all of my co-hosts did. Like, shout out to all of them. Let's do an appreciation really quick. Danielle made the tag and helped out like literally wherever we needed her to, so I appreciate you, Danielle. Thank you so much for doing that. Rylan was a huge help with coming up with the bingo prompts for Instagram and stuff like that, and all of them making videos is also a huge help. And then Stasia helped me with Rylan also helped me with the Discord. So Stasia and Rylan helped with the Discord. Stasia made the Google Forms and all of that, and like made sure that was all good to go, because I literally had no idea what I was doing. So I appreciate them all so much. This readathon honestly would not be possible without them. It definitely wouldn't be as good as it is without them. While I had the idea, I feel like this is more so their readathon than it is even mine. So if you haven't yet, do me a favor and go subscribe to them. They so deserve it, and they are truly some of the best people I know. That was just a little sappy moment, but thank you for letting me have it. I love you all so much. I hope that you guys are excited for this readathon. If you are participating, let me know down in the comments below, and let me know what your TBR is, or if you made a TBR video, link it below, because I so want to watch. But like I said, I love you all. I appreciate you all. I hope you're all excited. I hope you're doing well, reading, mentally, and otherwise. I hope that you guys enjoyed this video, and I really hope to see you all in my next one. Bye, guys.